Hello, welcome to this video. Today I'll show you what the upper toolbar here is good for. I'll just walk through it from left to right. So here you can see some drop-down boxes where you can select a class here. For example, we have a bladder or the lung here. So you can select an input class and an output class. And that is important for many operations. And when you right click somewhere, it'll already set the input class because many operations are handled through the context menu. So for example, if you make a dilation here, that acts on the input class, it dilates the input class, or you can do an erosion that just shrinks the input class. And you can also add a class here. Let's call it a coating, and we can make a coating around the liver here, and that'll be put into the output class here. So many operations are affected by this, also here in this toolbar, which is shown in another tutorial. So these segmentation operations, they can be undone. So if I click undo, I can go back in time up to 20 steps, or redo, go forward again. So we can quickly try something out and just press undo. Undo also covers the many image operations, like a Gaussian filter, for example, here. So you can just smooth the image, makes it blurry. You can undo it. Then we have here three buttons to toggle different slice views, like the actual slice view, coronal and sagittal. And you can toggle the 3D view here. And some of these buttons have special menu items here, menus where you can specifically change something, like set the background color for the 3D rendering, set it to white, for example. Then here with this button you can turn off the interpolation. If I zoom in now, here you can see the voxels. Usually it's better to activate it, then it looks more smooth. Then this button toggles the symbolic rendering, and that is showing here, for example, the crosshair. We can also show a world coordinate system here in 3D. And you can just toggle all of them together, all these symbolic renderings. You can show also info in the slice views here about the image dataset if you want to document that in a threshold. And also you can hide markers. If you create a marker here, you can hide that with this one. Then here, this button toggles the segmentation to show the segmentation or not, and you can also hide individual classes. What that is here, for example, hide the lung or show all again. Then this button here toggles the scribble rendering, the scribbles here, how the scribbles are shown. Sometimes you can turn it off accidentally and then you are surprised why they are gone, but they are just hidden. This button here toggles the clipping plane, which can be changed here with this mouse mode for 3D clipping. Then here this button toggles the selected layer, so we can hide the CT file in 2D and 3D. Here, so the segmentation remains visible. You can also hide the overlay. Here, that's this FMT dataset. You can hide that also. Or you can turn on any combination of segmentation and these layers. Then this is the windowing dialog, so you can change the windowing here. that affects the slice views. So let's, for example, go to the lung and use a windowing which is better suited for the lung. So more like a hard windowing so that we see the lung tissue better. And now you can see here the bronchi, for example, or you can look for lung metastases. And the windowing affects also the 3D view. So in the 3D view you see everything above this center value. So you see an ISO rendering with the center value as threshold. So this is also useful to find a threshold. If you want to find a good threshold for the bones, you can just vary this here and then choose this value here as a threshold. Yeah, then here these buttons are for time points and channels. So let me load a tutorial here with channels. This one, so this is a CT PET spec data set, and if we now go to the overlay, we can go through 3 channels. This is FDG, this is iodine, and this is technetium, which accumulates in bones and also the liver. So this is a dataset with multiple channels, and let me load one with multiple time points here. This is a PET-CT dataset, and here you can see 37 time points, and we can go through them here and look at the distribution over time, and you can see that it accumulates in the heart. You can also load an ultrasound data set here. It's just a single slice, so it doesn't really help if it's in 3D. And you can go through the time, and at some point you can see some bubbles come in here. You can also use this mouse mode to go through the time, and there you see the micro bubbles coming in. And finally here with this button you can find all the tutorials, and many of them come with a video and a dataset or both, and you can then watch the video and load the dataset and practice yourself. Okay, I hope this helps. Thank you and bye bye.